That's spoken with I Will Not Fade on KGNZ at night. You're listening to your place in West Texas and worldwide for Christian rock and hip-hop. In fact, only the most killer rock and hip-hop in West Texas with a positive faith message. Noticing that in preparation for some exciting changes at KGNZ.com, KGNZ.com is not linking anywhere for now, but if you would like to stream our audio stream, it is still available on our apps for Apple and Android devices. And we are also live in high definition this evening on Facebook Live at KGNZ at night with Dustin Tatro, as well as on Twitter and YouTube. Check it out if you haven't yet. It's a lot of fun. You'll be able to see some pictures of the band we're interviewing in just a few moments as well. Before we get to that, I've got Decipher Down on the way after your good news. On your Wednesday night, it's Romans chapter 12, verses 3 through 8. Humble service in the body of Christ. For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself as more highly than you ought to, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you. For just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function, so in Christ we, though many, form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. If it is serving, and it should be, then serve. If it is teaching, then teach. If it is to encourage, then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, do it diligently. And if it is to show mercy, do that cheerfully. Your good news on your Wednesday night from Romans chapter 12. Kind of hitting me hard between the eyes tonight. The theme of the show tonight is battling through discouragement. We've all been there. We've all been discouraged. We have had to answer the tough questions. We thought we had everything planned out, and then figure out that God has a totally different plan for us than what we thought. And we don't even get to know what that future plan is. We just know in faith that there is one. When we're turned down for jobs that we thought that we were perfectly qualified for and seemed perfect, we remember that God knows more than we do. We're still warriors, and you know what? Warriors never back down. Here's Decipher Down. Fight like this on The Rock Show, the harder side of life-changing music on your Wednesday evening. I'm Dustin Tatro, KGNZ Rock Time 9:20. We are live. Hit us up with your request, 800-588-8801, or on social media.
I've come too far to
KGNZ at Night here. We love to support local music, and you got an opportunity to hear a Texas Christian metalcore group tomorrow night in Abilene that's going on here in town. You can find information on that concert online. It's called Darkness Divided. You've heard from them here on the show before with a song called The Hands That Bled, and then last night we added one of their other newer songs called Humanity's Loom. We've got The Sacrifice coming up, both of those in tonight's 10 o'clock Hardest Block. Joining us right now, Gerard Mora, who's one of the members of Darkness Divided. Gerard, good evening.
Hey, man. How's it going?
It's going wonderful. And I understand you guys are playing a gig tonight in Albuquerque. That's going to be quite a drive for you guys between tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, man. It's definitely part of the job, though.
A lot of our listeners might not be very familiar with Darkness Divided. One of the neat things to know is you guys are out of San Antonio. Kind of give us an idea how you guys got started, your ministry focus, what your music has been about.
Yeah. Well, actually, our band formed in 2010, so we've been at it for about 8 years now. It started with me and my two brothers. My brother Chris played guitar and sang, and my other brother Joe played bass, and then I sing. And we just kind of started off kind of like how everyone does, you know, just a bunch of kids in high school wanting to play music. And we got our first show in 2010 at the White Rabbit in San Antonio, Texas. And after that, it was just like, man, this is what we want to do. This is like what we're really excited about. And so we started writing our own music and playing shows. And, you know, obviously when my brother Chris was 13 at the time and I was 16, wasn't the best music in the whole entire world, but we had fun doing it. We really enjoyed it. And it was always cool to get out there and play shows and stuff. And we were always deeply rooted in our church community. So we started kind of playing music together a year or so before that, just a lot of contemporary Christian music, you know, like David Crowder and Casting Crowns and all that stuff. And then our interest kind of changed once we started learning about like As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage, All That Remains, Under Oath. And it just really inspired us to, you know, make this band. And so after a few years of playing around Texas and whatnot, we did our first self-released EP called Chronicles in 2012, and then eventually got signed the next year to Victory Records, where we put out 2 full-length albums over the last couple of years and did a lot of touring in U.S., Canada, and we made it to Germany last year. And then we self-released the newest EP, which is what you guys are playing Humanity's Loom off of. That just came out last month, so it's been a fun ride, but it's been good.
From a stylistic standpoint, why metalcore?
That's just what we really enjoyed, man. Like I said, when we were getting into like As I Lay Dying and stuff, like it was something like powerful. The music is really driven. Because really, when you take a look at that style of metalcore in general, like there's so much going on with the guitars and the bass and the drums and the vocals, so much to be like that you can like dissect and analyze, and something that interests us and that we really enjoyed. And so we were able to, like, luckily for the last 8 years, been able to make our own twist on it, and then, you know, had a pretty decent career out of it and had a lot of good times with it.
Has that genre given you some opportunities for ministry? I figure that that's important for you. I'm kind of interested to hear in what ways that's been true.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, most of the places we play are bars. And so when you're in that environment, you get a good opportunity to, you know, build relationships and stuff. And that's honestly what's been one of my favorite parts about playing music and touring, is you get to hear people's stories, you get to talk to them about whatever, you know. Sometimes it's ministry based, which is awesome, you know, that's something that I'm very passionate about. Sometimes it's just, you know, being a good friend to someone, which also, you know, you could be looked at as a ministry as well. We're very open about our faith and wanting to encourage others. At the same time, we don't want to create a judging or condemning environment. And we're pretty vocal about that, wanting to just have a relationship with someone. And I think that's where, you know, just like when you're talking about your faith with Christ, it starts with the relationship, and then you kind of build on top of that. And I think that's true with anything, you know. If you want to get to know someone, you want to minister to them, or you want to be friends with them, you have to start that relationship somewhere. And I think playing live music is an incredible way to meet someone who has something in common with you. They dig that style of music, and then you're able to build up on top of that. And so we spent many a nights hanging out, talking, going to Whataburger, and just, building those relationships and having this ministry.
Well, if songwriting and relationships in Whataburger doesn't say that you're a Texas band, I don't know what will. Speaking of relationships, though, I noticed that a lot of your lyrics, you're not afraid to focus on the cross, on that being such an agonizing sacrifice. And looking at the two songs we're going to play in our 10 o'clock hardest block tonight, Humanity's Loom and The Sacrifice, you address grace, that we weren't deserving of any of that, but it was a gift to us anyways. It seems to me that that's a theme in your writing, and that's significant.
Yeah, this last EP was a lot of dealing with, our band, calling it quits and whatnot, and I wanted to write something symbolic to that, like we've had these good years of ministry where we've been called, and we didn't deserve the love that we have received, not only from people but Jesus Christ. But it's been great to have that and to share it with other people, and that's what The Sacrifice is about, sharing it with people who came out to our shows, who came and supported and wanted to be a part of what we were doing as a band and as a ministry. And it's been awesome. And Humanity's Loom is kind of the same thing, where it's the idea that I believe that everyone is connected, regardless of where you come from. And if you're doing with the things that we do in our life affect each other, and we're here to build each other up. And I just think that that's an important thing that sometimes we forget. Sometimes people get so focused on themselves and, oh, this is just my life. This is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. It's like, well, everything we do in this world has a reaction, whether it's positive or negative, and it's important to consider that when in the big picture of things.
Absolutely. One thing that I've noticed since we've been focusing more late at night here on KGNZ on Christian rock, hip hop, rap, it seems like the harder the music gets, the harder the message, the more personal even. Do you find that true in your own life and music?
I do agree to an extent. Obviously there's a bunch of contemporary artists that still want to get to the root of something, to an idea. I know some like Matt Maher and stuff. I like a lot of his older songs where he's not afraid to talk about like the church or ministry or anything like that. But sometimes when you get into that genre, it becomes more of like, okay, what's gonna get people to listen to this music? Well, for us, it's like, or at least in this genre, it's like you want to write good music and you want to write meaningful lyrics. That's the important thing. That's what people are going to connect to. Is the good music and good lyrics, and you don't have to make the not cheesy, but you don't have to make the dry choruses or anything like that. People like this music because they like the music, and they'll get into it, and they want to hear what you're thinking and what you're saying and stuff. So I think that does happen a lot in this metal and hardcore scene.
Now, you, Gerard, are the lead singer for Darkness Divided, the genre metalcore, and I think there's a bunch of our listeners that would get something by me asking this question. You were talking about the lyrics being deep, and they are good, not just from y'all, but from a lot of the Christian rock bands that are out there now and in the past. In metalcore, a lot of the lyrics are screamed. What is significant about that? What do you feel inside then?
I think that is what makes it so powerful. When you're listening to this band, this is just our band, for instance. If I was singing the whole time or something like that, it wouldn't be, at least for me, it wouldn't be as passionate, or it honestly wouldn't be my strength. I felt like I've been given this voice to do this. And so I've used what God has given me, my talent, and that's how it comes across as far as music goes. And also I think it's important because, when you're just listening to music in general, regardless of the message or lyrics or anything, if you don't dig the style of music, so if you're not digging the heaviness of it, then you're probably not going to you're not going to listen to that song again. You're not going to dig into the lyrics. You're not going to dig into the meaning. But if you're a good metal song with some heavy vocals and that's right up your alley, then you're gonna I want to know more about this band. I want to be more into this stuff. So it's to your audience for sure. If it was different, it would be different. But this is what we felt called to do.
That's true. And our 10 o'clock hardest block has been become one of my favorite parts of the show. And that was of response to so many people saying, play more Christian metal, play Under Oath, play For Today, Sleeping Giant, Darkness Divided. And I've found a lot of meaning in that, because you're right, there's some rawness, there is emotion and sincerity that's behind all of that. Now, guys, you have been coming to Abilene for quite some time. In fact, Vincent Tucker tells me that you've referred to Abilene as your second home. Tell me about your past experiences here.
Yeah, we love Abilene. I think our first show there was probably like 2011 or 2012. So right off the first year or two of us being a band. And Vincent's brought us here every single time, and it's just been great. The kids there, we've been able to we've known for like 5 or 6 years, and the community's always been really nice, and I think we've really built something there. At the same token as Vincent has really built something there for a metal scene. That's every time we've been there, we've felt a lot of love, and we've been able to have really good nights there and good experience and good conversation. And it's crazy because sometimes like you play a scene and like Abilene, we've played like, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 different venues. And sometimes when you play in towns and you play a lot of different venues, the scene is different. Like they don't come out to this venue, or they don't go to this show because it's across town, or this is a different bar, and they don't feel comfortable there. But Abilene, it's like, it doesn't matter where we play. We've played back room, the Billiards back room. We've played when Vincent had the 22. We've played, now we're gonna play Homer's. We've played the Solution. I don't know, just random places, and it doesn't matter. The kids come, they support, they want to be a part of it, and I think that's a really cool thing about Abilene.
And you would not look at Abilene and think that there's a metal scene here, in particular a Christian one, but there is, and there's a need for what you guys do. I am glad that you have decided to come by here on your farewell tour, and of course we'll be playing your music for some time into the near future as well. That's not going to be going away at all. Darkness Divided on their farewell tour. That is tomorrow evening, Thursday evening in Abilene at Homer's. You can find information about that online. Also opening up for the guys tomorrow night, our friends in Brave Days, who you've also heard here on The Rock Show on KGNZ at night. Gerard Mora from Darkness Divided. Thank you for taking time out to visit with us this evening on KGNZ at night, and look forward to meeting you tomorrow evening right here in Abilene. Here is The Hands That Bled. It's Darkness Divided on KGNZ at night. Great song with great words. It's Darkness Divided with the Hands That Bled to catch Darkness Divided on their farewell tour tomorrow night in Abilene. At Homer's on North 1st. I believe you can find information on tickets at different places online. Our friends at Brave Days, Eric Knighton and all of the guys opening up for them, doing an acoustic set tomorrow night. You find out you can worship anywhere. I'm excited to be there, at least for some of the evening tomorrow night, for some awesome Christian metalcore in Abilene, as well as some punk rock, like I said, an acoustic set from Brave Days. It'll be good. We've got Darkness Divided coming up in our 10 o'clock Hardest block. That was more of an acoustic version of one of their songs, The Hands That Bled. We've got The Sacrifice and Humanity's Loom coming up in our 10 o'clock Hardest block, as we focus very intently and without sugarcoating grace. Great stuff. That's coming up in the 10 o'clock Hardest block in about 25 minutes after your K-Texas newscast. Your weather forecast is on the way in about 1 minute.
Maybe you've blown it and you just feel like giving up on yourself. Maybe you even feel like God wants to give up on you. But a game is not decided by how well it begins or what the score is at halftime. If you are still breathing, you don't know what great things God is going to accomplish with your life. Vince Lombardi was perhaps the greatest NFL coach in history, but at one point in his career, someone wrote that Vince Lombardi possesses minimal football knowledge. Walt Disney was once fired by a newspaper for lack of ideas. Thomas Edison's teachers gave up on him, saying he's too dumb to accomplish anything. Henry Ford failed and went broke 5 times. And Albert Einstein performed so badly in his high school courses that his teachers encouraged his parents to pull him out of school. This life is a marathon, not a sprint. And even the Bible says the righteous will fall 7 times, but will rise again. Which goes to show God is far more interested in how well we finish than how we began. So if you've fallen, get up, dust yourself off, and start running. You still have a chance to finish well. A message for life. This is life-changing music. KGNZ.
KGNZ at Night Rock, time 9:42. It is time for our first look at your rock show weather forecast with information from the National Weather Service this evening. Tonight, partly cloudy skies in Lubbock with lows around 60 degrees. A windy night in store on the South Plains with winds out of the southwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting to around 30. In San Angelo, clear skies with southerly winds at 10 miles an hour, a low of 62 degrees. And in Abilene, looking for fair skies, a little bit stronger on the winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour with an overnight low in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, we've got a lot of wind in the forecast. In Lubbock, after 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, blowing dust with winds at 25 to 35 miles an hour, gusting to 50 miles an hour on your Thursday up on the Cap Rock. Otherwise, a sunny day with highs in the mid to upper 90s for San Angelo. Mostly sunny skies with highs into the mid-90s tomorrow. A breezy day for your Thursday with winds out of the southwest at San Angelo at around 20 miles an hour. Across the big country, partly cloudy skies with more wind, gusting only to 30 miles an hour here in Abilene. Your afternoon high here at KGNZ tomorrow in the low 90s. A fire weather watch in effect this Friday afternoon. And in Lubbock, a red flag warning in effect much of tomorrow. Right now, your current temperature is 77 degrees in San Angelo, 79 in Snyder, 76 in Graham, 81 degrees in Lubbock, 76 right now at KGNZ. Jeff Ronquillo wanted to hear some punk rock from good old classic Hawk Nelson. We were hearing Hawk Nelson, one of the newer tracks earlier. Vincent's hanging out with me tonight. I wanted to have somebody up here with me, and he was saying that's not the same. It's not Hawk Nelson. Maybe it's just Nelson. Well, here is Hawk Nelson with Live Life Loud on KGNZ at night.
Something special. Tonight's the night it becomes official. Don't stop the rock, put both your hands up. Show these people how to shake things up. I'm not sitting down till I'm older, and I'm not shutting up till it's over. Raise your hands and shout if you're with me. Once we start, it won't make a difference. If you wanna live life loud, throw your hands up. If you wanna scream and shout, let me hear you. Taking all the fakers out. If you with me, everybody working, just keep living. Whoa. listen up now, give me your attention. Don't make a sound if you don't believe me. We'll wake up and just keep living. I'm not sitting down till I'm older, and I'm not shutting up till it's over. Raise your hands and shout if you're with me. Once we started, we'll make a difference. If you wanna live life loud, throw your hands up. If you wanna scream and shout, let me hear you. Taking all the fakers out. If you're with me, everybody working, just keep living. Every time when I close my eyes, I catch a glimpse of the West Coast sunrise. But I can tell you you're just as beautiful. So throw your hands up. If you wanna take a chance, then you gotta sing a little louder. Let's wake this crowd up. If you wanna live life loud, throw your hands up. If you wanna scream and shout, let me hear you. Taking all the fakers out. If you're with me, everybody working, just keep living. Just keep New life from today's Christian music. KGNZ.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we get 'em. Why we do it? Why we do it?
I do it for the turn up. Got that ammo locked and loaded. I ain't talking about no burn up. Flip a page, I'll explode it. Got a cabin in Manolo. Manolo. Got a cabin in Manolo. Manolo.
Tryna tell them boys I never leave the crib alone. Cause I keep one in my car and I got two at home. They different kinds, but they do the same thing. Double edged, double barrel. Yes, sir. I'm out here facing dragons, I ain't out my mind. Bang, bang. They coming from a soul, so it's bad that time. Bang, bang. Them lies, they trying to kill me if you don't believe me. I don't care, I can't take it easy. I'm flipping a page, I'm trigger happy, you're clipping the gauge. Clicking and hitting the stage, hit you with truth, he's in every phrase. He cut me deep, I'm diving in. When I ride, I got that, I'm alive again. That's right. When I ride, I got that, you know we got it. I'm alive again. Manolo, man.
When I ride, I
Why we do it?
I do it for the turn up. Got that ammo locked and loaded. I ain't talking about no burn up. Flip a page, I'll explode it. Got a cabin in Manolo. Got a cabin in Manolo. Got a cabin in Manolo.
Manolo, I'm out here going poster. My partners think I lost it. My mama think I'm loco. I keep my shooter close though. You know it's fully automatic. Shoot you straight, man. That trigger do you plenty damage. I got enemies, I can't see them all, but they lurking. I flip that page on them, my trigger finger stay working. I got plenty ammo, got old and new, they both testify. My lord, and ain't nobody playing with you, gon' mess around and come testify. And I ain't gotta say no more. Mama click, click, bang, and the thing gon' blow. Red letters like a red dot on your dome. Yap. All y'all gon' wanna dash or the backseat. That's me with a clip full of black ink. I'ma hit y'all with it till I split y'all with it. Man down, had a bad week. Man down, had a bad week.
Man down, had a bad
I
week.
do it for the turn up. Got that ammo locked and loaded.
sometimes it ain't even funny. Them lies are sicker than pores, and why the truth it is sweeter than honey. And we know that he got us. He is with us, can't block us, he back us. When them lies are the lockers, his word is my weapon, it's going but
I do it for the turn up. Yeah, yeah. Got that ammo locked and loaded. I ain't talking about no burn up. Flip a page, I'll explode it. Got a cabin in Manolo.
It's Triple E with Manolo, KGNZ at night, your place for Christian rock and, of course, rap and hip-hop in West Texas. Here's brand new music from Daraj, Wait on You. I've got requested stuff on the way from Switchfoot going out to Kevin, Meant to Live. 10 o'clock hardest block on the way in about 9 minutes. Stay tuned.
Watching the days go by, I got you on my mind. Yeah, I need you by my side, but it's gonna take some time. They probably think that I'm on, they probably fall for the wrong one. I know the road that I'm on, yeah, it's probably gonna be alone. But hey, that's cool with me, only if it's you and me. Hey, we going 1, 2, 3, every time we go to sleep. As I lay me down, I pray you come around. They say good things can't be found as long as I wait on you. You know me, don't rush. You know me, slow up now. I know it's gonna take time, even though I'm on that grind. I close my eyes to see you. They tell me love's not blind, rather die than leave you. They say I'm out my mind. They probably think that I'm on. They probably fall for the wrong one. I know the road that I'm on, it's probably gonna be a long one. Hey yo, that's cool with me, only if it's you and me. We going 1, 2, 3, every time we go to sleep. As I lay me down, I pray you come around. They say good things can't be found as long as I wait on you.
It's Daraj, brand new, Wait on You. His requested music for Kevin Pyle and Switchfoot, Meant to Live.
Fumbling his confidence and wondering why the world has passed him by. Arguments and failed attempts to fly. We were meant to live for so much more, and we lost ourselves. Somewhere we live inside. Somewhere we live inside. We were meant to live for so much more, and we lost ourselves. Somewhere we live inside. Dreaming about providence and whether mice and men have second tries. eyes half open. Maybe we're bent and broken. Oh, we were meant to live for so much more. We lost ourselves. Somewhere we live inside. Somewhere we live inside. We were meant to live for so much more. And we lost ourselves. Somewhere we live inside. We want more than this world's got to offer. We want more than this world's got to offer. We want more than the wars of our fathers. And everything inside screams for second life. Yeah, we were meant to live for so much more. And we lost ourselves. We were meant to live for so much more. And we lost ourselves. We were meant to live for so much more. And we lost ourselves. We were meant to live. We were meant to
Bible tracts.
From Proverbs 13:12, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Thanks for listening to life-changing music, KGNZ.
I'm casting my cares aside. I'm leaving my past behind. I'm setting my heart and mind on you, Jesus. I'm reaching my hand to yours, believing there's so much more. Knowing that all you have in store for me is good. It's good. Today is the day you have made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Today is the day you have made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And I won't worry about tomorrow. I'm trusting in what you say. Today is the day. Today is the day. I'm putting my fears aside. I'm leaving my doubts behind. I'm giving my hopes and dreams to you, Jesus. I'm reaching my hands to yours, believing there's so much more. Knowing that all you have in store for me is good. It's good. Today is the day you have made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Today is the day you have made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And I won't worry about tomorrow. I'm trusting in what you say. Today is the day. Today is the day. I will stand upon your truth. And all my days I'll live for you. And I will stand upon your truth. I will stand upon your truth.
broadcasting his life-changing music all over West Texas. KGNZ 88.1, KLTP 90.9 San Angelo, broadcasting his life-changing music worldwide at KGNZ.com.
At 10:02, I'm Dustin Tatro with your nightly news update on KGNZ, our local content from our exclusive media partners at K-Texas News, getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. A Taylor County jury today found a former Child Protective Services worker guilty of tampering with evidence after a child died as a result of being malnourished and neglected back in 2012. The trial of Gretchen Denny centered around a photo of the deceased 22-month-old girl. She was accused of ordering another CPS worker to delete the photo to keep it from medical personnel. Now facing 2 to 10 years in prison, Denny won't be sentenced for at least 45 days. Police said they found a lack of cooperation from CPS during its investigation of toddler Tamron Clafique's death. The child died of neglect in 2012 while under her mother, Tiffany Clafique's care. A CPS worker under Denny closed the Tiffany Clafique case just 6 days prior to Tamron's death. Tiffany Clafique was later sentenced to 30 years in prison in connection with her daughter's death. Clafique's other 2 children, who were 3 years old and 6 months old at the time of the crime, were badly malnourished and survived. On Wednesday, more witnesses took the stand before the prosecution and defense presented closing arguments. The state argued text messages existed of a CPS worker asking Denny if she could send a photo of the deceased child at the request of hospital staff. Denny replied no, and later texted, quote, "Say you deleted it." The defense argued Denny did not want the graphic photo to circulate and that what Denny did not constitute concealing information. The jury that found Denny guilty was made up of 7 women and 5 men. K-Texas News will provide additional information on this case as it becomes available. And it's the kind of training that rescue workers hope they will never have to use, but every 3 years, the Abilene Regional Airport conducts an emergency response exercise that prepares first responders for how they should respond to an aircraft crash. First responders were in full gear this morning and responded to the exercise as if they were actually responding to a real crash. Don Green, Abilene Regional Airport's Director of Transportation Services, said it is vital for crews to practice responding to emergency situations. The FAA requires that airports conduct rescue drills on their grounds every 3 years. A total of 24 volunteers were staged around a crashed plane, waiting for rescue crews to come save them and perform actual life-saving techniques on them, such as bandaging head wounds. The FAA requires that the airport fire trucks be on the scene of a plane crash within 3 minutes of first receiving a call about an aircraft being in danger. In the event of an emergency, the Abilene Regional Airport's control tower will notify the Abilene Fire Department and other first responders to respond to the scene of a plane crash as soon as it happens. The drill prepared first responders to deal with the kind of event they have had to deal with in the past here. According to airport personnel, the last time a plane crashed at Abilene Regional Airport was on Labor Day weekend in 2015, with 2 of the people inside of the crashed plane losing their lives. And in high school football news, after 6 years as the athletic director and head football coach of the Clyde Bulldogs, Rocky Smart has resigned. Smart had steadily molded Clyde High School into one of the area's top small school programs. His teams finished with records of 5-5, 8-4, 5-6, 8-3, 9-2, and last year 6-5. The Bulldogs also made the postseason in each of those years. However, they've had trouble getting past the area round of the playoffs. Smart, who is a Clyde High School graduate, previously led the Seymour Panthers to the playoffs from 2009 to 2011. He left Seymour with a 25-11 record. He has told K-Texas that he hopes to announce his future plans sometime soon. Again, K-Texas Sports will bring you more information on this story as it develops. At 10:06, that has been your nightly news update with local content from our exclusive media partners at K-Texas News, getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Coming up in the 10 o'clock hardest block, we've got music, a double feature from Darkness Divided, some Demon Hunter, requested Oh Sleeper, and this is Disciple, kicking us off in the 10 o'clock hardest block with Angels and Demons. I'm Dustin Tatro. Rock on, y'all. Disciple from It's Angels and Demons. Fair warning, we're going to have a pretty hardest block on your Wednesday evening with Darkness Divided and Oh Sleeper on the way, some Red, and here's Demon Hunter, the Soldier's Song.
You got with your life and left to hide yourself and fail the round of death of the soul. Lay down your shame. All with resistance and blind to the cause. They say your purpose is mindless and lost. We don't handle the slander they spill. All with your process instead. Stand by your will. These tears we spill, they haunt us still. Cries of the wind like quiet sleep. Beneath our face, these tears we spill, they haunt us still. Cries of the wind like quiet sleep. Beneath our face. We are the sons of holy wrath, a shining light in the dark. The ones who walk amongst the battles on appearing our stand in death's way. Shut out the voice of mindlessness, open your eyes to the truth. Believe the words that stand the test and not the scars of the youth. Not what they say. All with resistance and blind to the cause. They say your purpose is mindless and lost. We don't handle the slander they spill. All with your process instead. Stand by your will. These tears we spill, they
These tears we spill, they haunt us still. Cries of the weak lie quiet and sleep beneath our feet. These tears we spill, they haunt us still. Cries of the weak lie quiet and sleep beneath our feet. These tears we spill,
Good evening, KGNZ at night.
Hey man, I was to see the request line's on. Is anything I can put a song on?
Absolutely.
You put on Oh Sleeper, Oxygen.
Why do you want to hear Oh Sleeper tonight?
Oh, because I was just listening to your and I was like, okay, Oh Sleeper has been one of my bands growing up, and I would love to hear him on the radio. It'd be pretty cool.
Save
You know, that is pretty powerful. It's a Fort Worth metalcore band, Oh Sleeper, Christian band, talking about how even in the darkness, we can still be the light. Here's more Darkness Divided. It's Humanity's Loop off of their last and latest album, KGNZ at Night, the 10 o'clock hardest block. Good evening.
What's up, KGNZ at Night? Here's your good news for your Wednesday, April 11th, 2018. Romans 12:3-8. For by the grace given to me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, accordance to faith of God that is distributed to each of you. For just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not have the same functions. So in Christ, we thought many form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is philosophy, then philosophy in accordance to your faith. If it is serving, then serve. If it is teaching, then teach. If it is to encourage, then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give graciously. If it is to lead, then lead diligently. If it is to show mercy, then do it cheerfully. And that is your good news on this Wednesday. And coming up next, we've got Darkness Divided, who they are coming to town tomorrow. You can get info at homersabilene.com. These are really cool dudes. I'm really upset that they're breaking up. I've known these guys for 7 years, been bringing them to Abilene for 6, and I've seen them literally change people's lives. That I have seen people in bad situations, and they've seen these guys live multiple times, and they're different people because of it. They're really great guys. They're the most hilarious people you'll ever meet in person. So here's Darkness Divided.
It's Darkness Divided with The Sacrifice off of their latest and final album. They will be in Abilene tomorrow night at Homer's, along with Brave Days on this farewell tour, as they step away from one kind of ministry and focus on other things. Excited about that great song called The Sacrifice that is now in our library for the 10 o'clock Hardest Block. If you didn't catch that, what that's saying, a debt you bear, a cost to be shared as a living sacrifice, spliced from our lives, endowed to those who shared their worth, so we could partake in what we did not deserve. That, folks, is grace. Salvation is given to us so we didn't have to pay the cost. Evil is now our enemy. And that is something to get lost in. Here's Red on The Rock Show, KGNZ at night.
Can I be dreaming once again? I'm
Hey, this is Mary, and you're listening to my place for the harder side of life-changing music with Dustin Tatro.
Freeway, ricochet in the Chevy, up in LA, hit your hood and Park Valet. Ain't nothing you can tell me, a dream you can sell me. Tell me if you're ready, holla if you hear me. Smarter than the average, learn game from a savage. Never sell your soul for the fame of the cabbage. Men make money, money never make the men. I found money make men funny, to some it make them sin. I learned a lesson about women. Hide your cheese and she bounce like, in other words, you can't turn a rat into a housewife. You can't lie to me, I know you got your PI degree. That's why I shake you haters like the ivory. 5 plus 2 more reasons, I'm thinking alligators. Shoes with the pedal on cruise and Lincoln Navigators. I ain't mad you haters, cause we got papers. The DJs play us, yelling Jesus save us. Rocking with the majors, vacating Vegas. Go and tell November if you need us, you can page us. Be right, paid us. Now millions await us to get the crowd moving to attract needs waiters. Make it bounce. I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me now? Say what? I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me now?
At ease, freeze, feel my vibe. About to serve something fat, holla, hear me right. The media taking up who they want to. Forced to live like that, making power moves. Lacing hot tracks for my zeros. My pub in my key I get down, whiz down to triple O. Stakes in the game, heating up, I'm tweaking. God open up the door, ain't no need for sneaking. Worldwide, name known, 2G, name owned. Every time on the road, do a show, love show. Motivated by Christ, give it all we can. Round the world in the day, cause we in demand. Do you love me? Riders never sleep, would you sub me? Bouncing in your G while the thugs be hanging on the street and the clubs be moving to my beats.
Make it bounce. I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me now? Say what? Everybody ain't clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me now?
Swayze, like knock hard like Jay-Z. When in her scope, one on bomb hit, they pace me. You know what? Like off a Rettenbacher, I keep it poppin', baby. We bout to take you on a journey, you can't stop it, baby. They say I'm crazy cause I act like this. To the world and got the dance floors packed like this. I wanna live like the rich and get to the post, so we can all have dough and educate to get known. Check those, wreck those, that get out of pocket while they melting like chocolate. We the ones making profit, you can't change mine. My lyrics got hang time, be so tight if you consider be throwing up gang signs. Non-alcoholic, we fake to move a mountain, young bowler. With honey steady counting, giving God praise. Come and drink from his fountain, but turning up and holler back while you bounce.
Make it bounce. I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me now? I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me now?
What I see, can you feel what I feel? Throw your hands in the air, can you see what I see? Can you feel what I feel? Throw your hands in the air, can you see what I see? Can you feel what I feel? Throw your hands in the air, can you see what I see? Can you feel what I feel?
No one, I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me? Say what? I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. See the lights on my eyes, ain't weary now. Turn it up, holla back, can you feel me now? Make it bounce. I can see clearly now. Came down to a sign, so they fear me now. Make it lights on my eyes, ain't weary now.
New vinyl here at KGNZ at night from Gospel Gangstaz on, what is it called again? Oh, I Can See Clearly Now. I haven't heard of it before. It's a great song, $1.79 on eBay. What better you can do? We're going to do a little new to us Gideon's Army live on vinyl in our next hour as well. This is the only place in West Texas that you will find Christian rock and old school hip hop on vinyl on the radio. I'm Dustin Tatro. We've got requested Fireflight. Stay close on the way after your weather, and that's on the way here in about 1 more minute.
Ever feel like you're up against a wall of impossibility? You can't walk through it or break it down. Hey, that's part of life. So you might consider calling on God. He knows about busting down walls. Take the city of Jericho, for instance. The Israelite army didn't have a plan for taking the city, even though God commanded them to. So God told them to march around the city every day for 7 days. Then the priests were to blow the trumpets, and there go the walls. Sometimes those dead-end walls can be broken down only by God. God probably isn't going to command you to march around and blow trumpets, but there is one thing you can do. You can get your mind on God. What do you think the Israelites were doing for 7 days? All they could do is focus quietly on God. Learn to give God praise. Focus on His power, His love, His care. And it might be immediate or it might take some time, but He will tear down those impossible walls for you. Focus on God's power, not those dead-end walls. Get your heart in an attitude of praise the next time you're up against a wall. A message from life-changing music, KGNZ.
A little more than halfway through the show, KGNZ Rock Time, 10:38 on your Wednesday evening. I'm Dustin Tatro, along with you live. Vincent Tucker hanging out in studio with us tonight.
What's up, guys?
You had to go give the microphone just to greet people. Yeah, glad to have him here. I've been through a lot the past couple of days, and you know what? I just needed my guys here with me. So Vincent was available. Connor's out working, and I don't know what Sean and them are doing. But anyways, having a great time tonight as we rock it hard tonight. If that's one of the, I think, hardest 10 o'clock hardest blocks we've had in a couple of weeks, with requested music from Oh Sleeper, as well as new non-acoustic Darkness Divided. Really loved it, actually. And then Red and Gospel Gangstaz on vinyl, closing that off. Loving it tonight. It is time to take another look at our weather forecast before we run out of time. Partly cloudy tonight in Lubbock, lows around 60 degrees, a very windy night with winds out of the southwest at 15 to 20, gusting to 30 up on the South Plains tonight. Also a little bit breezy in San Angelo with southerly winds at 10, clear skies and a low of 62 degrees. And we're going to be around 65 very early in the morning here in Abilene with fair skies and winds out of the south at 15 to 20 miles an hour expected the rest of the night here. For Lubbock tomorrow, we have a red flag warning in effect tomorrow afternoon, blowing dust after 1 o'clock. Those winds 25 to 35 miles an hour tomorrow afternoon in Lubbock, gusting across the Caprock tomorrow up to 50 miles an hour. Otherwise, a sunny day with a very warm high in the mid to upper 90s for Lubbock. In San Angelo, mostly sunny skies, highs into the mid-90s, a breezy day for your Thursday, southwesterly winds at 20 miles an hour. And here in Abilene, partly cloudy across the big country, more wind. Here, those gusts only at 30 miles an hour. Your afternoon high in Lubbock, or in Abilene, in the lower 90s. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. For Friday, we do have a fire weather watch in effect for much of West Texas. Your current temperatures 75 in San Angelo as we cool off very slowly across West Texas tonight. Down to 76 in Snyder, 74 in Graham, 79 the warm spot in Lubbock with mostly cloudy skies, and 74 right now at KGNZ. That brings us to 10:40 on the clock. A little more than an hour and 15 minutes of rock coming your way still tonight. On the way, Jordan Feliz and Casting Crowns. How about a little requested Firefly going out to RJ tonight? It is Stay Close on your place for Christian rock in West Texas and worldwide. KGNZ at night. Good evening.
There's so much at stake. Can't face the memories, they bend me till I break. Hiding from the past, but it's eating me alive. Can't block it out when it's coming from inside. Every turn leads me to a new dead end. Lost again, I'm screaming by my side. If you leave me, I will die. Stay by my side. If you leave me, I will die. Stay by my side. If you hold me, I will fly. If you hold me, I will fly. Will you hold me? Come close, take my hand. How can you turn your back on me when you know my face? Stay close, light up the night. Save me from the thought of me that's begging to die. Come close, listen close. How can you turn your back on me when you know my face? Stay close, light up the night. Save me from the thought of me that's begging to die.
Your station for today's Christian music, KGNZ.
I was blinded, you gave me eyes to see. I was going under, you reached out to me. No, there's nothing you won't do to pick me up and pull me through. Every hour, 8 days a week, yeah. Your love is like a fountain, it'll never run dry, it'll never run dry. Your love is moving mountains every day of my life, every day of my life. Can I get a witness? We want glory, but can't measure up. We try money, but don't get enough. We fill our sky with fading lights, trying to guide us through the night. But you're the one thing that'll carry us, because your love is like a fountain, it'll never run dry, it'll never run dry. Your love is moving mountains every day of my life, every day of my life. Can I get a witness? So much love, so much grace, come on now. Can I get a witness? Somebody in this place, come on now. Can I get a witness? So much love, so much grace, come on now. Can I get a witness? Somebody in this place, come on now. Can I get a witness? Ooh, your love is like a fountain, it'll never run dry, it'll never run dry. Your love is moving mountains
New music from Jordan Feliz. Can I Get a Witness? I'll look at a few things on the community calendar coming up. If you've tried to visit KGNZ.com, it won't let you in, but it will soon. I'll have some news for you, though. Right now, Casting Crowns and Every Man.
I'm the man with all I've ever wanted. All the toys and playing games. I am the one who pours your coffee, corner booth each Saturday. I am your daughter's favorite teacher. I'm the leader of the band. I sit behind you in the bleachers. I am every man. I'm the coach of every winning team, and still a loser in my mind. I am the soldier in the airport, facing giants one more time. I am the woman shamed and haunted by the cry of unborn life. I'm every broken man, nervous child, lonely wife. Is there hope for every man? A solid place where we can stand in this dry and weary land. Is there hope for every man? Is there love that never dies? Is there peace in troubled times? Someone help me understand. Is there hope for every man? It seems there's just so many roads to travel. It's hard to tell where they will lead. My life is scarred, my dreams unravel. Now I'm scared to take the lead. If I could find someone to follow who knows my pain and feels the weight, the uncertainty of my tomorrow, the guilt and pain of yesterday. Is there hope for every man? A solid place where we can stand in this dry and weary land. Is there hope for every man? Is there love that never dies? Is there peace in troubled times? Someone help me understand. Is there hope for every man? There is hope for every man, a solid place where we can stand in this dry and weary land. There is hope for every man. There is love that never dies. There is peace in troubled times when we help them understand. Jesus is hope for every man. There is hope for every man. A solid place where we can stand in this dry and weary land. There is hope for every man. There is love that never dies. There is peace in troubled times when we help them understand. Jesus is hope for every
And that's what really matters. There is indeed hope for every man. Casting Crowns, KGNZ at night. By the way, if you haven't seen our album of our rock fans and of some of our artists too that have gotten a hold of the Curb Stomp the Devil sign. Mark Hall and all the guys from Casting Crowns too, joining the Rise Up movement. Curb Stomp the Devil. Oh yeah. This is the place that we come to overcome because we've already been given the victory. Illuminate and Social Club Misfits coming up, but first a few things on the community calendar. And you may wonder why I'm not directing you to our website tonight. Well, because it's going to a redirect page that actually is telling you KGNZ.com does not exist. Well, KGNZ.com exists, but I'm not sure to what extent we are making anything public yet. But since the website is not working, I will tell you to pay attention to KGNZ.com throughout the day, Monday morning. Very exciting things. Community calendar events. There are some concerts you need to be aware of. On April 28th, the Newsboys in Abilene with Peter Furler and Phil Joel. Hint, the Newsboys United Tour. All of the old and new favorites going on at the Convention Center. You can find ticket information. Premier Productions is handling that. And if you need further help, you can call the station during the day tomorrow or Friday, and somebody will be glad to help you get to the right place. Transparent Productions and World Vision bringing the Jesus I Believe tour to Abilene on May 15th. That's Big Daddy Weave along with Brandon Heath. That's also going to be a Convention Center concert. You can start seeing more information about that now. Big Daddy Weave and Brandon Heath save the date for May 15th. Coming up over the weekend. In fact, tomorrow, the Abilene Creative Arts Club is doing their 85th annual membership art show. That is not a Saturday event like usual. That is tomorrow night, Thursday evening at 6 o'clock at Studio 13. That's at 909 North 13th. 85th anniversary. They're also displaying scrapbooks celebrating that long, illustrious history of creative arts in Abilene. That's tomorrow evening at 6. For more information, call 325-665-9202. 665-9202. Would also like to remind you, tomorrow evening in Abilene at Homer's, Brave Days and Darkness Divided on their farewell tour, one of their final stops right here in the Key City. Find information on that concert online as well. Saturday in San Angelo, it is the Concho Valley Area Skywarn Training. It's an opportunity to become a National Weather Service Skywarn trained weather spotter. How to gain a better understanding of our severe weather that we have here in West Texas, how to stay safe from it, and also how to report those threats so that other people can be informed and stay safe. It is a free training open to everyone, but specifically geared towards amateur radio operators and first responders. That's going on Saturday in San Angelo at Trinity Lutheran Church from 9 a.m. until noon. Stay tuned to KGNZ.com. When we get the website back online, you'll see community events back there as always. And of course, go ahead and let us know. We'd be happy to go ahead and promote them on air in the interim as well. Email all your details to Ron, R-O-N, at KGNZ.com. Coming up after the break, music from Illuminate and Social Club Misfits.
7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come.
When we were kids, hiding was a lot of innocent fun. But now that we're adults, the games of hiding are long gone, right? Wrong. We still hide from people, but now it's not a lot of fun. The fear of getting found out is pretty frightening. Often we have areas of weakness, guilt, shame, and sin that we work hard at hiding, but there is a danger in hiding. We gradually close ourselves off from others, subtly fearing that they might find out who we really are. But the more we hide, the more vulnerable we are to moral failure. Hiding who we really are is a very risky game. But there's a much better way. Find someone you can trust, a friend, a counselor, a pastor. Talk to someone about the things you're most afraid to open up about. Allowing someone else to see the real you will be a step toward being true to yourself. And Jesus said that truth shall make you free. So make plans now to come out of that shell you've been hiding in. It's time to stop hiding.
Ready or not, here I come.
A message from Life-Changing Music, KGNZ.
Here's more of today's Christian music. Good news, great music. KGNZ.
I don't mean no offense. Don't look for apologies. No, I'll leave you stuck. It ain't never been my job. I don't mean no offense. But me, don't look for apologies. Sorry, no, I'll leave you stuck. Photography, it ain't never been my job for you to like me.
Nothing but truth in the booth. Nothing but proof in they truth. I do not mean no offense, but you do not see me here riding no fence. Speak on behalf of the realists and still we with lions and bears and gorillas. I do not care if they feel us. The kingdom is coming, y'all gon' have to kill us. No, I'm not riding the wave, but yes, you were saved on top of my grave. About to light the world up like a rave. A spirit inside making me brave. The path that is is near, it's already paved. So to his righteousness, I am a slave. Listen for that whisper inside the cave. Call his name and he right there. There's more of us, we don't fight fear. That sunlight in this night air. Yeah. Stomping up in these night gears. No apologies, cause I'm Christ scared.
I don't mean no offense, but me. Don't look for apologies. Sorry, bitch. No, I'll leave you stuck. Photography, it ain't never been my job. I don't mean no offense, but me. Don't look for apologies. Sorry, bitch. No, I'll leave you stuck. Photography, it ain't never been my job for you to lie me.
I ain't got time to be sorry. I'm trying to go hard for the army. I know how they hustle to jump me. I'm pressing, they still wanna bump me. See, I been Gucci from the jump. 66 my double pump. It don't matter if I'm young. Carry away at we got tongue. We got guns. We got fight. Check my scope and my sights. You go left, we go right. Hit my knee, we alright. So don't come around me with questions. Can tell by your tone you been wrestling. If you tryna cut through my session, I'm probably gonna leave you to resting.
I don't mean no offense, but me. Don't look for apologies. Sorry, bitch. No, I'll leave you stuck. Photography, it ain't never been my job. I don't mean no offense, but me. Don't look for apologies. Sorry, bitch. No, I'll leave you stuck. Photography, it ain't never been my job for you to lie me. I don't mean no offense, but me. Don't look for apologies. Sorry, bitch. No, I'll leave you stuck. Photography, it ain't never been my job. I don't mean no offense. I don't mean no offense, but it ain't my job to make you like me.
Life-changing Christian music. KGNZ Abilene 88.1. KLTP 90.9 San Angelo. Broadcasting worldwide at KGNZ.com.
2 Corinthians 5:17.
Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things have become new.
Helping you celebrate the new life of spring.
With music about the new life in Jesus Christ.
You found life-changing music. KGNZ.
Here's Jars of Clay Flood on KGNZ at night.
Rain on my face hasn't stopped raining for days. My world is a flood. But slowly I become one with the mud.
But if I can't swim after 40 days and my mind is crushed by the crashing waves that me up so high that I cannot fall, lift me up, lift me up. When I'm falling, lift me up. We can die, lift me up. I need you to hold me, lift me up. Keep me from drowning again.
Downpour on my soul, splashing in the ocean, I'm losing control. Dark sky all around, can't feel my feet touching the ground.
But if I can't swim after 40 days and my mind is crushed by the crashing waves that me up so high that I cannot fall, lift me up, lift me up. When I'm falling, lift me up. We can die, lift me up. I need you to hold me, lift me up. Keep me from drowning again.
and storms that drench my eyes and dry the stream still flowing, casting down all ways and sin and guilt that overthrow me. If I can swim after 40 days and my mind is crushed by the crashing waves of me, I'm so high that I cannot fall. Lift me up, lift me up when I'm falling. Lift me up, I'm weak and I'm dying. Lift me up, I need you to hold me. Lift me up, keep me from drowning again. Lift me up when I'm falling. Lift me up, I'm weak and I'm dying. I need you to hold me. Lift me up, keep me from drowning again. What is your definition of family? You want to call me theirs, hung me in our family tree more times than I can count. I thought we had the same sheep hole in our hearts, but you only left mine hurt. You're just a soul like your words. I love you. Blood runs thicker than water, but your blood is not dead with me. This can't be happening with friends like you who needs enemies. You're not the man that you claim to be. Sometimes I wanna try and keep you in my blood, but you never cease to remind me why you lost your place the first time. I promise that I'm trying to let go and move on. I will heal all wounds. This one in me was you. Blood runs thicker than water, but your blood is not dead with me. This can't be happening with friends like you who needs enemies. You're not the man that you claim to be. The blood, so I rose, so never heal me, letting flow. And like a thief in the night, you broke into my mind and tried to say what's left of me. But your chains are full. It is well with my soul, and even so, you are forgiven. Blood runs thicker than water, but your blood is not dead with me. This can't be happening with friends like you who needs enemies. You're not the man that you claim to be.
KGNZ at night. This is Vincent with you, hanging out with Dustin. That was Brave Days. They're going to be playing tomorrow. Here's Relentless Flood. KGNZ at night.
Living in the sea of humanity, rich and famous, the homeless and poor, slick pilots
of greed, talkers of peace, but makers of war. In a world that's spinning out of our control, I will have no fear, 'cause I am not alone. It doesn't matter what storm may come my way, even if all of the light begins to fade. Still I know that my king is on the throne. Chaos is rampant, the battles rage. This time bomb is ticking, it won't slow down. When will we see that there's hope today? The light of the world will not burn out. I know sometimes it seems like hope is all but lost. Just remember Jesus lives. He conquered hell upon the cross. It doesn't matter what storms may come my way, even if all of the light begins to fade. Still I know that my king is on the throne. So lift your voice and raise your hands up to the sky. We're giving glory to the one who reigns on high. Through everything, my king is on the throne. Doesn't matter what storm may come my way, even if all of the light begins to fade. Still I know that my king is on the throne. So lift your voice and raise your hands up to the sky. We're giving glory to the one who reigns on high. Through everything, my king is on the throne.
I'm Lido, and you're listening to KGNZ at Night with Dustin Tatro.
And I was once a dead man, a stranger with no home. I stood above the God himself, and yet he pardoned me. Yeah!
KGNZ at Night, this is Vincent back with you here with your good news for Wednesday, April 11th, 2018, Romans 12:3-8. Humble yourself in the body of Christ. For the grace given to me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the faith of God that is distributed to each of you. For just as each of us has one body with many members, these members do not all have the same function. So in Christ, though many form one body, each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is philosophy, then philosophy in accordance with your faith. If it is serving, then serve. If it is teaching, then teach. If it is encouraging, then encourage. Then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give graciously. If it is to lead, then do it diligently. If it is to show mercy, then do it cheerfully. That is your good news for Wednesday, April 11th, which kind of goes with our theme that Dustin is going here on KGNZ at Night.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at something. Vincent Tucker hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for reading our good news. We've got music on the way. Christian hip-hop and rap. Local stuff from MC Josiah, Propaganda, and here's the latest one from Tadashi. I love to see you smile. Joy is a good thing, is it not? It's KGNZ at Night.
I just wanna see you smile. Just wanna see you smile. Just wanna see you smile, yeah. You know you deserve the smile. So none of them still smile, yeah. I just wanna see you win. Wanna see you on the road, yeah. It don't matter where you been, only way you tryna go, yeah. So let them see you smile. I love when I see you smile, yeah.
I just wanna see you smile. You've been through what you've been through. No dream you can't pretend to. Come through, ain't no issue. Miss when you like the room up. At the night like the moon up. Spread your life like a rumor. You the star, ain't nothing lunar. Life is hard, but it's getting better. We are home, but the scars ain't not here forever. Looking back and moving forward. What you went through, can't ignore it. Hard to last, so you force it. What you feeling, it ain't over. Yeah, you need to smile, yeah, you need to smile. I love the way you smile when I see you smile. You need a W, let's hit the W. Escape away so that nothing can trouble you. Two sides of the corners in front of you. Let me show you.
Just wanna see you smile. Just wanna see you smile, yeah. You know you deserve the smile. So none of them still smile, yeah. I just wanna see you win. Wanna see you on the road, yeah. It don't matter where you been, only way you try to go, yeah. So let them see you smile. I love when I see you smile, yeah.
Let me make it better, let me help you out. Hard for you to care when they left you out. I can tell you more that you need to know. Gotta fight the smile when you feeling low. You know that we know. You know you need more. I just don't get it. Some days I might miss it. Take two like a free throw. Feel like I'm done with the old pad. I got it covered the whole time. Yeah, I cannot go back. Yeah, you know the facts. Yeah, you need to smile. Yeah, you need to smile. I love the way you smile when I see you smile. You need to win, so just tell me when. Just hit me up and you know that I'm coming through. Two sides of the corners in front of you. Let me show you.
Just wanna see you smile. Just wanna see you smile, yeah. You know you deserve the smile. So none of them still smile, yeah. I just wanna see you win. Wanna see you on the road, yeah.
I love to see you smile. It's Tadashi on KGNZ at night. Now, unfortunately, I've got something that's not going to make you smile. Your final score tonight, Texas Rangers 2, Angels 7. Gonna have to get better than that real quick. Here's Propaganda, Olympian.
The type of fortitude forged from falling apart flesh. Liquid lace lung, them phlegm swims inside his chest. Blood test positive, odds of finding a spouse minimal. HIV be clipping the wings of an ex-criminal. Stage 4 surgery won't make a difference, call the family. Hoping and hope, let me know how it goes. In the end zone with a broken nose. Your bones will give up, but you better not though. The real you is permanent with a perfected purpose. Treasure in clay vessels, don't let this body fool you. Woman found the power to push out of her a human. 7 miscarriages carrying planet on left hip. You are more than your bones if you don't know that, get it.
Don't you stop now, baby. Show your fight now, baby. You're an Olympia, baby. You can't quit now. You want peace? Well, that means war. Don't lose heart in what you're fighting for. You want strength? Well, that means pain. Now it's you against everything. Did you hear me? Sing it with me. Keep on fighting. Yeah.
And he looking at his knees bleeding like I don't believe you. Standing in the mirror like, boy, that team needs you. And a torn up Achilles getting that squad to the playoffs. And the doc say that 6 months your legs you gotta stay off. And he can't shake them headaches. Detoxing her Oxycontin, he shivers and he quakes. And she ain't got retirement. A lifelong wage worker hates her environment. And I don't blame her, but hold on.
Don't you stop now, baby. Show your fight now, baby. You're an Olympia, baby. You can't quit now. You want peace? Well, that means war. Don't lose heart in what you're fighting for. You want strength? Well, that means pain. Now it's you against everything. Did you hear me? Sing it with me. Keep on fighting. Yeah. Don't you stop now, baby. Show your fight now, baby. You're an Olympia, baby. You can't quit now. Don't you stop now, baby. Show your fight now, baby. You're an Olympia, baby. You can't quit now.
My name is Joel Perez. You're listening to KGNZ at night with Dustin Tatro.
The devil's a pretender and a liar. He would do anything to get you to deny the Son of God, to get you to the fire. So spread the gospel and get the walker number higher. Expose the evil of the rotten things, because demons can hide in any place that composes anything or is anyone will mess you up so bad and leave you beaten done. They compose as aliens or as creatures. They compose as politicians and teachers. They compose as false preachers, bending truth. They compose as mainstream killing you. Satan was once an angel of light, but he rebelled, now he's bound to die. He's trying to pull us down cause he know he's not the winner. So keep it set on cross and stay away from Satan the pretender.
To the light and forgetting about the darkness. So long I'm on my soul because the home is where the heart is. I ask God to take over my skills and make me a better artist. Speaking the name of Jesus, only my rock is the hardest. We're stepping into the fire, we're protecting with your side. Speaking to y'all the holy word because the devil is a lie. I ain't lethargic, I'm ready to praise through all this. Cause when you start to spread the message, then you already became a target. He's lining the way, guiding us to any type of darkness. Shadow none of the nonsense. Said it ain't gonna fade us. Our fate is too great. It's too late in the game. It's surrender. The demons say it's chase them all into hiatus. Invading people for angels and labels that didn't make us. But you were blessed with the name and nobody else is the same. Part of your dreams, I'm fitting it in my veins. It'll never be the same, cause there ain't a thing you can say to my brain to lead me back into shame. And I've been blessed with iron art, a soldier with a lion heart, devoted and I'm sharp, I owe it to my God. Forget the devil's lies, don't let him get inside, because it was to come to corrupt your mind. We don't need no pretenders, first try putting the wood at your eye, then maybe you can lend a helping hand. So I even try without first consulting Christ. Watch out for the devil, yo, because he can appear to be like gold. He ain't gonna come as a red beast of thorns, he's gonna come and appear to be nice and warm. But don't let him deceive you kids, cause what should deceive you won't be no one it. Look at all these humans who are blind, believing we evolved from primates in our third eyes, believing they can become their own God. No, they believe what the pretender said, which is false.
It's MC Josiah with a little beat based on some Foo Fighters. It is The Pretender. Perfect definition for somebody who hates us. That's the biggest liar you could ever find anywhere. Need to lift some people up in prayer right now. I know there's a lot of people that are sick out there. My dad's wife Tammy needs some prayer over some illnesses. My family in Sweetwater also some prayers, and some friends of ours that are undergoing a rather trying and tragic circumstance of family health emergency, and I'll leave it at that, and are currently at Cook Children's in Fort Worth. Guys, we love you. Everything that I said to you last night, I mean it, and you know that you have a whole community of people warring behind you in support, not just in person, but also through prayer. We'll lift those people up right now in full understanding that our God is still in the miracle business and is answering prayers even as we speak. Love you guys. Coming up, a look at your weather forecast along with some Gideon's Army on vinyl and some 5 Iron Frenzy. That's on the way here in about 1 minute. Stay tuned.
The Pharisees and experts of biblical law were certain God liked them more. They believed they had every answer. They felt superior to Jesus because they kept their distance from sinners, while he seemed to embrace them. Jesus told these self-important men a story about a shepherd who lost a sheep. The man searched for it until he found it. The end result was joy. Something wonderful happens in the act of uniting the lost with their purpose and place. Jesus made it clear we are all walk-away sheep. We need to be reunited with the God who gives us purpose and place. We are never asked to compare our deeds and choices with others. God came to rescue sinners. We all sin. We can't break free from the impact of sin on our own. We do have the choice to be found by Jesus, the friend of sinners. Our purpose puts us in a place where we can show other sinners where to find rescue. Grace and forgiveness, offered by Jesus, accepted by sinners like us. Choose grace. KGNZ.
Our final look at your weather forecast on The Rock Show from the National Weather Service. KGNZ at night, rock time, 11:28. Tonight in Lubbock, partly cloudy skies. In fact, clear to fair skies area-wide. Lows in the around 60 degrees for Lubbock. It's going to be a windy evening with winds generally out of the south-southwest at around 10 to 15 miles an hour across West Texas. Up north, those could gust up to 30 overnight. In San Angelo, your low around 62 and around 65, 66 degrees tonight here in the Big Country. Watch out. We've got a red flag warning in effect for tomorrow in Lubbock, as well as for the Snyder area through tomorrow evening. In Lubbock for your Thursday, blowing dust after 1 o'clock tomorrow with winds at 20 to 35 miles an hour in the afternoon, gusting to around 50 miles an hour. A sunny day up on the Cap Rock with highs in the mid to upper 90s. For San Angelo, a breezy day for your Thursday with winds out of the southwest at 20 miles an hour. Mostly sunny skies over the Concho Valley with highs into the mid 90s for your Thursday afternoon. In Abilene, tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, even more wind, gusts at 30 miles an hour with a high in the low 90s. Area-wide across West Texas, a fire weather watch is forecast to be in effect throughout Friday. Right now, 73 in San Angelo, 74 in Snyder, cooling down to 73 in Graham, 76 in Lubbock, and 71 degrees right now in downtown Abilene. 11:29 on your Wednesday evening. I am Dustin Tatro. Got a little vinyl on the way, some Social Club Misfits, and this is 5 Iron Frenzy, Between the Pavement and the Stars. Little 5 Iron Frenzy, Between the Pavement and the Stars on KGNZ at night. Misty Edwards and Mercy Me. Great song coming up as we start to consider how we're going to wrap up the show in a little while. This is new vinyl here at the station, by the way. You never know what you find on eBay. It's Gideon's Army, Warriors of Love. Good evening.
Weapons
You understand that your body needs food, but did you know that your soul gets hungry for food too?
We've got the solution right here, right now.
This is life-changing music, KGNZ.
This is Ben Johnson. I love Christian music and listening to it with my family, and we love this show, and we love KGNZ at night.
Yeah. I'm watching stars on my roof flying by, wondering who am I? My hoodie on, it's getting cold outside. Let's make a bonfire and sing the songs of grace that light the sky up. Like sky lanterns, we light the night up. I'm wondering how we made it this far, it's just crazy to me. The reg from Amazing Grace, somehow you still love me. You still love me, a work of progress, and I'm far from finished. You made a way for me, you gave my life a new beginning. When I thought that it was ending, this that song I play when it's turbulence, shaking on the plane. Tell my wife that I'ma be okay. If God is for me, I won't be afraid. I go wherever, I don't need a name. My past is gone, I don't see the shame. Love is one, I can't see the pain. They don't know how I could be this way. Looking at my life, I don't even know how we made it this far. The beautiful actions, you broke down a wall to my place, and my place, he was scarred. This is a song for a new generation. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, his name is Jesus, forever we're singing.
Nights I had to stay awake, felt so out of place, I felt so far from grace. I remember all the tears I put on mama's face, and I remember Papa say just finish up the race. I'm a father now myself, so when I look back, all the times that he was there, when I look back, footprints in the sand played out is what it looks like. Laid it all down for a wretch and a crook like it's amazing, so amazing all the things I went through. And the only reason I made this cause my parents' prayers. Cause you know that my layers deeper than I would let on. And I knew that I could make it, had to push and press on. I stand tall like a beacon of light. For the kids that's lost, help them come home tonight. I shine bright so the world can see how the Lord shed his blood for me. Fern.
Love that song from Social Club, Misfits. It's Misfit Anthem. Very powerful hymn, one of my favorites there. All right, a few things on the community calendar, which I have on paper for now. Coming up towards the end of April at the ACU Hunter Welcome Center, Heart and Soul of Faith Works is the 15th anniversary dinner celebration. A Cuban-American artist, Rolando Diaz, will perform live Diaz or Diaz, you never know, will perform live and create an original oil on canvas that will be auctioned at the end of the evening. You can get tickets at faithworksofabilene.org and check out this artist on Facebook at Ro Diaz Fine Art. Oh, of course, you could probably look up Rolando Diaz. Tire Amnesty Days with the City of Abilene Recycling Center is this weekend, Friday and Saturday. If you've got car or light truck or SUV tires at your property that you need to dispose of, please do so, because those can pick up some water, standing water, harbor mosquitoes. You need to get rid of them, and you can do it for free this weekend at the City of Abilene Recycling Center. That's at 2209 Oak off of South Treadaway. It's open from 8 o'clock until 4 o'clock, both Friday and Saturday. Commercial tires, truck tires, you can dispose of for an additional fee, either with or without the rim, and need to bring some type of proof that you are an Abilenian. Skywarn is Saturday for the Concho Valley area. That's going on at Trinity Lutheran Church from 9 a.m. until noon Saturday. It is a great program that is a certification through the National Weather Service. Again, Skywarn Weather Spotter Training Saturday in Lubbock at 9 o'clock. Abilene Creative Arts Club is doing their 85th annual membership art show tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock at Studio 13, 909 North 13th, along with celebrating their 85th anniversary by displaying historic scrapbooks. For more information on this, call the Creative Arts Club at 325-665-9202. And, of course, tomorrow night on the Farewell Forever tour, I'm sure there's a name. Vincent, does the tour have a name?
It's the Farewell Tour.
The Farewell Tour. Farewell Tour for Darkness Divided. Also appearing our friends in Brave Days with an acoustic set to open the evening. That starts off tomorrow night at what time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tomorrow evening. That's going on at Homer's venue on North 1st. And the website for that is homersabilene.com. Like Homer, the yellow guy. homersabilene.com. Darkness Divided and Brave Days in concert in Abilene tomorrow evening. Other concerts coming up that will be on our Facebook. KGNZ at Night with Dustin Tatro. Great music on the way now. Great message, because when we're discouraged, when we want to run away from our calling, He will never relent chasing us. Great song.
You won't relent until you have it all. My heart is yours. You won't relent until you have it all. My heart is yours.
I'll set you as a seal upon my heart, as a seal upon my arm. For there is love that is as strong as death, jealousy demanding as the grave. Many waters cannot quench this love.
You won't relent until you have it all. My heart is yours. You won't relent until you have it all. My heart is yours.
I'll set you as a seal upon my heart, as a seal upon my arm. For there is love that is as strong as death, jealousy demanding as the grave. And many waters cannot quench this love. Waters cannot quench this love.
won't relent until you have everything we have to give, oh God. Dustin Tatro, as we get ready to close out the show about 10 of midnight on your Thursday morning. I had an interview this afternoon to volunteer with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Abilene. They are still looking for 40 men in the big country because there is a waiting list of over 100 young men and around 70 girls that need mentored through Big Brothers Big Sisters of Abilene. I had a placement interview for that this afternoon, and one of the questions that was asked is, why do we need to do this? And the truth is, there are a lot of kiddos out there that need love, that don't get this. We saw I Can Only Imagine on Saturday. Finally, I don't have to keep telling you, don't give us spoiler alerts, the Tatro household. Fantastic movie, knowing the I Can Only Imagine and the Dear Younger Me stories of Bart's testimony. And this film really did a good job of bringing that to life. It was emotional. You need to go see it. I Can Only Imagine in theaters now. Remember, no matter what somebody tells you or does to you, you do matter. You are loved supremely. And you need to go out there and share that love with others. Love you. See you tomorrow night at 9 for KGNZ at Night. I'm leaving you with Mercy Me this evening. Dear Younger Me. Love y'all. Good night.
Dear younger me, where do I start? If I could tell you everything that I have learned so far, then you could be one step ahead of all the painful memories still running through my head. I wonder how much different things would be, dear younger me. Dear younger me, I cannot decide. Do I give some speech about how to get the most out of your life? Or do I go deep and try to change the choices that you'll make? 'Cause they're the choices that made me. And even though I love this crazy life, sometimes I wish it was a smoother ride, dear younger me. Dear younger would have had no power, my joy, my pain would have never been my worth. If I knew then what I know now, would have not been hard to figure out what I would have changed if I had heard. Dear younger me, it's not your fault. You never meant to carry this beyond the cross. Set apart a brand new heart. Oh, you are free indeed. And every mountain, every valley, through each heartache you will see. Every moment brings you closer to who you were meant to be, dear younger me. Dear younger me. You are holy, you are righteous, you are one of the redeemed. Set apart.
They are your ears. Feed them right with this life-changing music on KG.